Hello Stampers, this is Kelly Acheson at Stampabup.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today I have some great tips to share with you using the Happiness Surround stamp set. This is part of a limited edition of products that are only available during the month of November. So let's get started. I'm going to give you some great tips. We're going to be using the Stamparatus for some hinge stamping. I'm going to bring in my cardstock layers. First, I've got a very vanilla envelope, and if you've never tried Stampin' Up's envelopes, I highly encourage you to give them a try. They are a very high quality envelope. They come in Whisper White and Very Vanilla. They have a finish to them that allows for some perfect stamping. Your images will look beautiful stamped on these. I've got an early espresso card base, and this is 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm just going to burnish this edge with my bone folder. Then I've got a piece of Bermuda Bay. This is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. A very vanilla layer that is 4 by 5 1/4. A crumb cake layer that is 3 3/4 by 5, a scrap of Very Vanilla, a scrap of Bermuda Bay, and a scrap of Coastal Cabana. Okay, the first thing that I want to show you are the dies that are available for the month of November only. There are some fantastic snowflake dies in this Snowfall Thinlit set. There's also some great flowers in here that go with the Happiness Surrounds stamp set. We're going to be using these two Thinlits to die cut some flowers for our card. And I wanted to just explain some things to you. When we are die cutting framelits, this is just an outline of an image. There's not a lot of metal to this compared to this one, which has a lot of metal surface, and it is a Thinlit that has a lot of detail in it. We're going to do this one first, and I'm just going to demonstrate. I'm using a magnetic platform here, one cutting plate, my cardstock, and my framelit. And when you run this through your Big Shot, it's going to cut that out. You're not going to have any trouble with it. There we go. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about our precision cutting plate. This precision cutting plate is the best product for cutting out these detailed Thinlits, especially useful for all of these intricate snowflakes. So if you've got intricate dies and you have trouble getting them to die cut, I highly recommend the precision plate, and I'm going to show you the difference right now. I'm going to die cut this flower on my magnetic plate the same way that I die cut the outline of the flower. There's a huge difference between the two. Now, anytime you're die cutting images like this, you want to try and put them on the outside of your plate, whether you put them over here or over here. This is where our rollers are in this machine, and you'll get more pressure on the sides. The middle doesn't have a roller in it, and that doesn't give you as much pressure, so you're going to get a better cut image on the outsides, whether it's this side or that side. Here's our flower. You can clearly see that it is die cut all the way. I'm going to bring in our die cut, or our Big Shot die cut brush. This thing is fantastic. This is going to make you love intricate dies. This will pop out all these little pieces for the most part. You might have just a couple little things to do. What I'm finding here is that these are sticking in the die. And I want to let you know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with this die. It has to do with the platform that I used, the magnetic platform. Now we're going to poke into these little holes to get this to pop out of the Thinlit. And as you can see, I am struggling. And this has everything to do with the platform that I used. These do not want to come out of here. I'm going to be very lucky if I can get this out in one piece, and I'm not going to. I just broke it. It's really stuck in there. Have you ever had this happen to you? I know I have, and it's very, very frustrating. I would then stop using a framelit like this because it's just too much of a pain in the butt, right? But you've invested a lot of money in your framelits and thinlits. I want you to use them. Here's my suggestion. We're gonna bring our Big Shot back in here, and I am going to use my precision plate. This is a magnetic plate. You need to be careful with it because it can pinch your fingers in between your magnetic plate and, well, I shouldn't say this isn't magnetic. This is metal, so it's gonna snap down onto the magnetic platform. We're gonna try die cutting this image again, and I'm gonna show you the difference between using the right platform and the wrong platform. Again, I've got it over on the side. This is tight. It does go through tight, but it will go through. I can see my images clearly cut all the way. Let me move my machine out of the way. I'm gonna pop this out just like I did the last one. We're gonna bring the Big Shot die brush in here. Get all the pieces out. And you might notice that these fall out a lot easier. Everything's gonna be easier. We're gonna pop this poker in the holes to get these started. Look at this. I do not have to destroy my flower to get it out of the die. And it's all because I use the precision plate. That thing is worth its weight in gold as far as I'm concerned because, like I said, I would not use this die anymore. Or maybe once in a while, but still, it's so frustrating you can't get your flower out of there. Precision cutting plate is fabulous, and I will have a link directly to it on my blog. You can find my blog at www.stampabove.com. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, right below the video is some additional information. That'll take you, there's a link there that'll take you right to my blog where you can find this. Now, the other thing that I did was I took our stitched shape framelits and I die cut an image from our very vanilla cardstock with this little circle. You do not want to use these on the precision plate. Remember, I said anything that has a lot of metal. This is an outline. You use your regular cutting platform for that. Lots of metal, precision plate. And while it certainly doesn't hurt anything, if you have some very intricate thin dies and you run them through that precision plate, it can warp them because it's not meant to be used with these outline plates. So there's our lesson in Big Shot stuff. I have so many great tips in this card. I'm using our Pinewood Planks dynamic embossing folder, and I'm just going to run the piece of cardstock through the Big Shot in this, and I'll be right back. And here we go. This is going to give us that gorgeous wood background that I just love. Okay, now that we are done die cutting, we're ready to do a little stamping. I've got Early Espresso ink here and Coastal Cabana. Going to take our little circle and stamp our greeting that says, "Surround yourself with happiness." This is a great greeting for an all-occasion card. Then I'm going to grab this little flower and I am going to stamp this off one time in the Coastal Cabana ink and bring that right in the middle of my layer, and that just adds a little bit of interest in there. I'm going to use some mini dimensionals. I'm going to put one at the top and one at the bottom. Oh look, that's the last one on this card. Don't throw these away. You want to use your edges. They are great dimensionals too. We're just going to set this aside for now. Then I'm going to bring in my lace trim. Little tip, this is brand new. I haven't opened it yet. If you take this and squeeze it up, it's going to make that film of paper that surrounds it pop up so that you can cut it easily and get this open without stabbing yourself. I know, I've been there, done that. Okay, I'm going to add this crumb cake layer. I've got to unplug this a little bit. I left it sitting out on my desk open. I keep a little pin in the side here if you've never seen this before, just to unplug it when it needs it. We're going to add this to our Bermuda Bay layer. I have a real thin margin around this. And then we're going to tie our lace trim in a bow. Make sure I'm staying in your frame here so you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I get off the frame and it's so frustrating because of course I don't know it until my video is over. This lace trim is really nice. I like the look of it with crumb cake. I don't know why, but I always tend to go with the lace trim when I'm using crumb cake as one of my colors. Well, let's see if I can tie a bow for Pete's sakes. There, I kind of had to turn it upside down. However you can get your bow to work. There we go, and then I'm just going to pull it over here to the side. Now I can bring in the greeting. Put that right over here. And then we've got all these flowers. I actually die cut 3 of them in the outline and the detailed, and I'm just going to add them to my front. I like that you can put a different color behind the detailed. These are Coastal Cabana, and then the detailed ones are Bermuda Bay. I think I'll just add this one maybe right down in here. Got a little dot of glue on the center, and they fit perfectly on there. I love this little flower in this set. I'm going to bring in some of our basic pearl jewels. I've got my take your pick tool here. I'm going to turn this around so I have the end that looks more like a spatula. And then we're going to take some of these medium-sized pearls and add those to the center of the flowers. Whoops, this one moved a little bit. There we go. And then I thought just a few random pearls on the front of the card would look nice. Just like that. Okay. We're going to attach this to the front, and then I'm going to show you the hinge stamping on the inside using the Stamparatus, which is a really cool technique. All right, let me move these out of the way. I'm going to bring in our very vanilla layer. Stamparatus comes with 2 plates. We're only going to be using one, so I'm just going to set this out of the way, and I'm going to bring this plate in. Whoops, we're going to use it over here. Okay, I'm going to clean off my stamp with my chamois. This is a stamp cleaner that I sell. I absolutely love it. It works fabulous. Clean your stamps. It's quick and easy. I'm going to take this stamp off of the block. I'm going to add my very vanilla cardstock in the corner of my Stamparatus, and we're going to start right up here. So I'm just going to set my stamp in place, close this, and get that stamp on my plate. What I found using the Stamparatus is we have these uninked stamp spots. You get 5 of them in a pack, and they are fantastic for inking up images on your Stamparatus. So I'm just putting some Coastal Cabana ink in this one. Whoops. And then I'm going to ink up my stamp and stamp it. Then I'm going to pick up and move down 1 hinge, ink up my stamp and stamp. Pick it up and move it down another hinge, and stamp again. We're going to pick it up and move it down again. This is a way to get images in a straight line very easily. Move it down again, and there we have a bunch of flowers on the inside layer of our card that are all evenly spaced, stamped evenly. It's a pretty cool little technique. Now you can use greetings and stamp like a happy birthday for maybe the background of the front of your card. But isn't that nifty? This is called Hinge Stamping with your Stamparatus. One of the other things that I wanted to show you quickly, we now have grid paper that goes in our Stamparatus, and that comes in a pack like this. It's got centimeters on one side, inches on the other. You just tear a page off and place it right in here. So it's a nice little accessory to have. Stamparatus is $49. It's one of the best positioning tools on the market. It comes with 2 magnets, and you also get 2 plates with it. When you store it, you can store 1 plate like this, and the other plate you're not going to put in the hinges because it will not close. You're just going to pick it up like this and lay it on there. Store it just like this. It's a fabulous, fabulous tool. All right, you guys, this is my card for the Color Fusers blog hop. We were challenged to use Early Espresso, Crumb Cake, Very Vanilla, Coastal Cabana, and Bermuda Bay all together to make one card. There's also another card shown on my blog today that uses the same color combination. I've got a fantastic technique to show you on Wednesday. That'll be part of my Wait What? Wednesday tip video for stampers. Got one more card that I wanted to show you. This uses the same flowers, the same stamp set, and the same framelits. And look at how different they are. Very, very cool stamp set. I'm really enjoying this. The stamp set, the framelits are only available during the month of November. So I just want to make sure that you know that. And this is a fantastic bundle to add to your stamping library for sure. I've really had a lot of fun with this. I've got some more cards that I'll be showing you using this stamp set. Also part of this promotion for November, oops, I got some ink on my case, is the Snow is Glistening that goes along also with the snowflakes. And we have some snowflake trinkets. And you get 20 in a pack. I've used almost all of mine, but you get 20 of them in a pack. Then there's also a package of velvet paper, which is so beautiful. Here's another card. This was a swap card that I received, and isn't this just gorgeous? Again, with the bundle. And here is a gift card holder. Gift card just slips right in here using the same bundle. So we've got some great ideas. I will also have an online class coming out using this particular set of products later in the month of November. When placing your orders, please use the host code for the month. If your order is under $150, I will enter you in a drawing to win a free stamp set. If your order is over $150, don't use the code. You'll get your own benefits from Stampin' Up, and I'll still enter you in the drawing to win a free stamp set. I almost forgot to stamp up my envelope. So I've got some of the little flowers stamped on here with Coastal Cabana ink, and who doesn't want to get some happy mail with flowers on it, right? Goes along perfectly with our card. All right, you guys, I want to let you know about a special that I have going on right now. This is a cute little gift card holder. There's 2 sections in this box. The back section holds a gift card or cash. The front section has a wobbler in it, so the little snowman jiggles or wobbles around. I will be including a kit with every $35 order for the week of November 4th through November 12th. Any orders that you place, online orders, you'll get a kit in the mail as a thank you from me that'll allow you to make one of these. And I have a video on my Facebook page on Sunday, November 4th. I will be loading it on my blog on Tuesday, November 6th, so you'll be able to see exactly how to make one of these. And I think these are so stinking adorable. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, click right up here. That'll take you to my blog where you can get in contact with me. I would be happy to mail you catalogs. Pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com. Don't forget to click down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. And I'd like to thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me. Don't forget to go to my blog to continue on the blog hop with the color fusers. You're going to see a lot of projects with this same color scheme. And have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.